One of the highlights of the Candlelight ceremony is the opportunity to listen to a member of your senior class. This year, our student speaker is Dylan McAuley from Charlottesville, Virginia. Dylan is graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Classical Civilization. While at the university, Dylan served as a writing fellow, Richmond College senator, was the co-founder of TEDx Richmond, and the publisher of the Forum magazine. He's also a member of Omicron Delta Kappa, Phi Eta Sigma, Phi Alpha Delta, the university's Honor Council, and UR's mock trial team. Dylan's abroad experiences included studying at the University of Peking in Beijing, China, for an intensive program in Mandarin and Chinese history, and at the International Politics and Diplomacy School in Geneva, Switzerland. After graduation, Dylan plans to take a year to study for the LSAT with the dreams of attending law school and becoming a prosecutor. Please welcome your classmate, Dylan McAuley.
President Crutcher, Dr. Bassesi, faculty, friends and family, members of the class of 2018, thank you for the honor of being able to share a few words with all of you on this momentous occasion. This is a time for joy and celebration, a time that we will all look back on for the rest of our lives with bittersweet nostalgia. And while it is easy to look at a time like this as an end point, I prefer to look at it as a beginning of tremendous journeys made possible by the gifts and wonders we have received from family, friends, and of course, this wonderful university we all call home. On a night like this, I am reminded of an unknown poet who once wrote about what he called the train of life. We all board this train when we are born, and it continues on, stopping at stations here and there. And at each stop, some people disembark and leave a void behind, while new people climb aboard and join our ride through life. We never know when it will be our turn to get off of the train, but we do know one thing, that the best way to succeed in our ride is to have a good relationship with the other passengers by being our best selves. But how do we do that? The answer is simple: by living our passion. Every day you can see Richmond students living their passions on their rides through life. We see it when our peers demand better from themselves and their community by taking stands for what they believe in, even when it is far from the easy thing to do. We see it by living in a community where students are free to blend passions for science and art, by painting with things like bacteria in a lab, where individuals can come together to create and manage a radio station, sharing the music that they are passionate about with the university at large, and where students who want to pursue their more niche interests can do things like study ancient Roman graffiti in Herculaneum, Italy, and where a group of students with no legal training can spend week after week traveling around the nation and arguing in court over bribery, copyright, and murder cases in a little thing called mock trial, where I found my own passion for law that I intend to build my life upon. Throughout this train ride, we live our passions by taking advantage of the countless opportunities this university and life have provided to us. And by taking those experiences and offering new ones to those who follow us. Many of us have been fortunate to find our passions by now, but some of us are still searching, and that's okay. Because as long as you pursue what you dream and love and care about, you will be just fine. So what do we do now? We're at a turning point. There's no question about that. And at such times, our passions and interests can become blurred by the chaos and transitions. But we owe it not only to ourselves, but to the world as a whole not to lose sight of that passion, because no one has changed the world through ambivalence or indifference. We are so lucky to have had these opportunities during our time here. So let's take the skills we have gained and use them to make this world a better place, however we can. I leave you with this. When your time comes to get off this train, please don't allow yourself to have any regrets. Don't look back on your ride through life and wish that when things got busy and overwhelming that you had done the thing that makes you happy. Do it. Thank you all for giving me this honor and for the privilege of spending the best 4 years of my life at this magnificent university. I wish each of you all the luck and happiness that your journey has to offer. And I cannot wait to see what we all do with it. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.